I did see a mashup clip that we're not going to show because I thought it was unfair. I will say that. Only because there was no context provided to the clips. It was just an extract of something that you said that 10 years ago. Some of them were literally 10 years ago. So I do want you to contextualize this video that has been circulating on the internet of you talking about the lover boy method. So we'll take a look at that right now.
Sure. You cannot get a girl to work for you having fun. So the recruitment process is the same as the PhD course. You message them on Instagram. The PhD course is my recruitment system. I don't mention webcam until after I've had sex with the girl. If you're on dates and you're trying to mention it and shit, it just doesn't work. It puts them off. I'd never do that. That's disgusting. I'm not a whore. It's just not gonna work. You continue as normal, no mention of webcam. You f the girl. After you f the girl, you do the PhD test. If she passes the PhD test and she wants to be with you, then you start mentioning things like, yeah, but you know, you're always busy. You're always at work. You can come work for me.
Okay, so first question, when was this video taken?
Yeah, so this video is from 10 years ago, and this is me explaining how having a webcam company, it's actually a larger video as a whole.
So, as I said, you cannot try and approach girls to do webcam. Hi, do you want to do webcam? It's bullshit. It doesn't work.
And it's explaining my general...
Wow. So, you know, Tate is just... like I don't know what was wrong with Candace Owens. I mean, you don't see anything wrong with him blatantly. You've seen the clips. You don't see anything wrong with him being a sex trafficker?
Overall, explains my life and how things are affected owning a pornography company, because obviously a lot of women will be put off by that.
No one's going to say yes. And any girl who does say yes is doing it. She doesn't like you. She doesn't know you. She doesn't love you. She's saying yes purely for money.
It doesn't explain. It doesn't say. I'd be very careful how I answer this question because I'm currently under an investigation, right? So I'd be very careful how I answer it. People are trying to chop.
Why be on an interview with stuff like this if you're under investigation, Tate? It does. The stupidity never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. Constantly self-snitching.
It up and say that it says I am using the lover boy method to somehow convince women to do things they didn't want to do. This is obviously not the case.
No mention of webcam. You f the girl. After you f the girl, you do the PhD test. So yeah, on corporatate.com I have my PhD program, and that is PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm
clever.
And that teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich. So that teaches everything I know from start to finish about not only getting girls, not only obtaining them, but retaining them. Because that's a completely different game as well. So I teach everything I know in there.
People are trying to chop it up and say that it says I am using the lover boy method to somehow convince women to do things they didn't want to do.
Oh, I don't want to do that. So, okay, I know you don't want to do that, but listen, come, let's have a meeting. Let's just talk about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Fine. But let me explain it to you properly. In fact, I'll bring one of the girls who works for me.
This is simply me explaining. It's actually a dating course I made.
Like I said, if he was smart, he would try to scrub this stuff off the internet and leave the country. Find a way to smuggle yourself out of the country. I mean, he's not smart at all. I don't see why he can't think of a way to get out the country. All this gift of gab, you can't find a way to bribe a... I'm not saying this is right, what I'm saying, but if I was in the mind of a criminal, you know, I wouldn't be trying to do interviews. That's my thing. I wouldn't. I'd be trying my best to try and find a way. How can I get out the country? How can I find a way to escape what's coming my way? Because you are going to prison. All right. There's no way around it. Tate is going to prison. Nobody's coming to save him. Tristan and Andrew Tate are done.
A long time ago.
You, your bottom bitch, the new girl, you go out for fucking a nice dinner.
The basic premise of the video was me explaining that I don't mention I have a webcam business ever.
Your bottom bitch is the one who does the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl has to hear it from a girl.
And that I'm Mr. Rich and I have this nice car and I go on dates with girls.
And this is where your bottom bitch has to be trained. That's why I said it's so important to have a good first girl.
Sometimes when I say I have a webcam business, some of them want money and they want to work for me. That's the basic premise of it.
Right.
My first girl was so good, it was easy. My girl would sit there and go, oh my God, before this I was a waitress and it was shit, and now I do this and I make so much money, and the guys all love me and they adore me, and on my birthday they send me presents, and I get so much money, blah, 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 and it's so much fun, and we stay at home, and da-da-da-da, and we're gonna go to Thailand soon, and we're gonna be working in Thailand, and we're gonna stay there for as long as we want, you should come with us, it's gonna be so much fun, da-da-da-da, martinis, 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 bang, threesome. Slam them both, your bottom bitch knows, this girl's like, okay, well I'll try it. Put both girls on camera together the first day, so the new girl could sit there and just sit with the other girl and get drunk. Give them a bottle of vodka, put on the fucking chatterbait, 100 tokens per shot. The guys will send loads of money to get the girls drunk, because guys like drunk girls. Girls will sit there, get drunk, have a great time. You say it's your new job now, you haven't go to work ever again. That's how you recruit girls. You do not recruit girls any other way.
An extract of something that you said that 10 years ago.
I'm a little bit embarrassed about it, to be honest with you, because it was 10 years ago and I was talking about women and dating and things in a way that I wouldn't talk about them anymore.
I'm
Nah, you're just not going to talk about it now because you're under investigation. That's why you're not going to talk about it right now. All right. That's the thing. I mean, you made this scam available to any and everyone. That's the thing I don't understand about Tate. Like, he could understand that he would get caught if he just made it available to every average person. Instead of making it available, I don't know, people like dignitaries or people well up the food chain economically, movers and shakers, you know. Then again, you'd have to probably sell yourself to the New World Order. All right. You couldn't really say the things you're saying because they would definitely make you their slave or their, their bottom, what. That's the thing. All this talk about escaping the matrix and you're doing something that is part of the matrix. That's how I see it. Candace Owens, like Tucker Carlson, is a joke. All right. Tucker Carlson wasn't trying to grill Andrew Tate, just asking him questions. You didn't really. Same thing with Candace Owens. I mean, I thought you were this big bad Republican. Why didn't you go and, go for the jugular with Andrew Tate? I don't know. But let's check out this right here. Hold on 1 minute. Here we go. Yep. Andrew Tate's $8,000 members club, the War Room, exposed by insider Alex Apanya. It's a gradual process. It's not overnight where someone becomes indoctrinated into the cult that is the War Room. It is a slow process. It comes like a thief at night. You don't even notice it. And next thing you know, you're going to all the events and you're basically part of a cult. An insider who worked for Andrew Tate's exclusive War Room has broken ranks to allege the exploitation, intimidation, and the rampant spreading of disinformation the news movement can reveal. All right. So let's hear what he has to say.
The cult that is the War Room. The War Room is collapsing. It's not what it used to be. I was both working for Tate and I was inside of the War Room. They trusted me.
The War Room is the most powerful network on the face of the planet today.
I made the millions, countless millions, and you're basically part of the cult. The cult that is the War Room. The War Room is collapsing. It's not what it used to be.
The whistleblower who uses the name Alex Apanya has accused Tate of running a cult that indoctrinates the men who pay nearly $6,200 membership fee. Eli told TNM that the War Room extracts vast sums of money from its members by selling courses and events to them. In his exclusive first interview, leaving after 2 years in the group, he told TNM new recruits go through psychological conditioning before being exploited for up to $250,000. It's a gradual process. It's not overnight where someone becomes indoctrinated into the cult of the War Room. Eli said the War Room teaches men how to make slaves of women using Pavlovian conditioning, systems of reward and punishment. He says he spent 2 years as a trusted affiliate in Tate's network, but fell out with them over tactics for manipulating women. Eli accuses them of using campaigns to silence critics, using bots, influencing staff at social media companies, and even encouraging men to show up at their homes. A massive leak of messages obtained by the TNM from within the War Room private Telegram messaging channel supports many of Eli's allegations. Leaked chat logs show Andrew Tate taking bets on whether he can manipulate and exploit a young woman who is in restraint, who's resistant to working in his webcam porn company. Okay, here it is right here. All right, 1 second. PhD War Room update. Tate, here's Tate talking. All right, update on the two girls living together. If anyone doesn't know the story, ask the guys here to find it for you. So I told my girl to send me a picture, and she said this. All right, can't close up with that. All right, so it's like hard to target for a cam or OnlyFans, right? So let's take bets. Will I get her to work? Anonymous poll, no. Too much hassle. FDP, yes, somehow. The War Room leaks past to the War Room leaks past to the TNM, the news movement, by a separate source appear to show Tate and his team organizing social media pylons and efforts to have his critics banned and silenced. Eli was a paying member of the War Room until he was hired to work for Tate's website, CobraTate.com, in July of 2021. He says that the group privately called themselves a cult. Tate has drawn comparisons with secret societies, including the Freemasons and the so-called Illuminati of conspiracy theories. Eli says he's made countless millions for the Tate brothers, Andrew and Tristan, as well as their cousin Luke. But he claims the War Room is now in decline. Tate, his brother Tristan, and 2 female associates have been arrested and charged in Romania on suspicion of trafficking offenses. Tate is also accused of rape. They deny all allegations against them, and the Tates say they never mistreated women. Okay, I don't know. These guys talking a lot of smack online. What is it? Tristan talked about how he banged a 17-year-old in a rough way. Talked about assaulting her. You know, it wasn't good for her, but it was good for me, and I don't give a crap. That's what Tate said. Eli says his main role was to recruit members to the War Room and to the Cheaper Hustlers University. Hustlers University is a marketing scheme that costs about $50 a month. It contains courses on how to make money online, including putting women to work making webcam porn. He says Tate and his cohort prey on men's insecurities around their sex lives, then sells them products that promise to make them more attractive to women. A lot of men, you know, who fall for this stuff, they really don't want to work on themselves. That's basically it. They just capitalize on the fact that these men are lazy and they don't want to work on themselves, and understand that, you know, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Everyone is not everyone's cup of tea. Even the most beautiful, attractive, rich people get rejected. All right. Not attracted. And a lot of these men, you know, like I said, they capitalize on these men's laziness, these men's unwillingness to take accountability for their actions, unwillingness to, like I said, to work on themselves and go through the pain of progress. That's it. The War Room is offered a flat membership rate but once inside, members are groomed and sold increasingly expensive add-ons. Eli says There's actually quite a few members who put in excess of $250,000 towards these courses, towards these events, which is a lot of money. The leaks obtained by the news movement show war room members being told to target critics on social media. They go online and post pro-Tate narratives. Eli says there's also slander targets, and the attacks are supported by human-like automated botnets. He said he left the business amicably, but he was thrown out of the war room after challenging a row over tactics for sleeping with virgins or sexually inexperienced women. Challenged by the news movement on the exploited practices, Eli defended his behavior. He said war room members brag about their success in manipulating women after doing the PhD, Pimps Hoes degree course. Wow. You put a woman in a cycle of evolving conditioning to where you give her less attention, and she gives you more sex, and she also gives you more servitude in terms of her doing things for you, whether that's cooking for you, cleaning for you, or eventually, as you said, doing OnlyFans for webcam. She fully depends on you, as she has no autonomy of her own. You manipulate her into being your slave, perhaps, quote unquote, and then she would do anything for you. He said members get applause and that he did not believe it was correct, saying he believed in having a wholesome relationship with her based on trust and respect. He put Eli's claim on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as Tate's team. A spokeswoman for Tate's brothers told the news movement that Eli was not directly employed, and that he was one of about 30 affiliates who utilized the Tate brand in order to raise their profile. She said the affiliates have no or very limited contact with the brothers. She added that roughly 50 people had access to Tate's Twitter profile. She declined to comment further. Andrew Tristan and two other women are denied the criminal charges against them and are awaiting trial. Instagram and TikTok also said no comment and instead referred to use their community guidelines. Twitter did not respond. This is wild, people. This is wild. And yeah, I don't see Tate getting out of this. And there's also been a war room member who has been charged with trafficking and assaulting a woman for not getting a tattoo of his face. Anyway, anything you want to know about this channel is in the description box. I am also on Spotify and Rumble. You know what to do. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.